Good morning, lovely people of Earth. Grab you a coffee, come sit with me. I'm going to tell you about my personal experience with synchronicities as my Kundalini energy is being intentionally raised. I feel like I have to say intentionally because this is a journey that I'm undergoing on purpose. I am wanting it. I'm taking steps to not make it happen, but invite it into my life. And one of the things that I've noticed very much so as I'm undergoing this process is the synchronicities that have been happening in my life. Oh my goodness, amazing, amazing stuff. What the synchronicities to me are meaning, why they're coming into my life, because that's kind of question for me, is I'm noticing that they're happening and it feels very much to me like there's just no way that this is a coincidence, or maybe it is coincidence, meaning it coincides with my intention, my life. It just flows. Why? Like, what's the deal? Why, now that I'm working with this energy, does it feel like the energy is working with me? And that's the answer to the question for me anyway. My humble opinion is that these synchronicities have been taking place in my life since I've been working with this energy because I'm working with the energy. I'm letting it flow. And the universe is a mirror to me. I have noticed that my external environment, my external world, and the external circumstances that happen around me are very much a mirror of what is going on inside of me. It reminds me a lot of my friend Shannon, who I actually just spent time with last night, but we used to be tight, super, super close. Anyway, she was in a great mood. I was in a crappy mood. And I just, like, things were happening to me that were really slowing me down, and it was frustrating. Like, we forgot my purse at home. We were trying to go somewhere, and we forgot my purse at home. We had to turn around. Like, it just felt like all this stuff was happening that was preventing the flow, blocking the flow in my life. And I believed that that was because I was stuck inside of me. So I wasn't letting the energy flow. I was keeping it dense, my dense emotions, my dense, heavy emotions. She was in a great mood, and we were in line at a coffee shop, and the person in front of her paid for our food and our drinks. And I remember thinking, she's letting the flow happen in her, through her, around her. And I've been in that place where I've let the flow, even at that time, where I've let the flow happen, and things just happen. It's like, it's almost as if the road was pre-paved in front of you. As you're walking, it's the visual that I get is like I'm walking and the road is being laid out and the path is being cleared. And the things that I've noticed, like, for example, my birthday was recently. I'm Pisces. Hey, Pisces. February 28th. And my fiance and I wanted to do something special. He said, whatever you want to do, we'll do it. So I said, okay, I want to find a sensory deprivation tank. And I want to float, which is what they call it. You go in a tank and you just float for an hour. So we found a place right down the street that has a sensory deprivation tank. But when I called, they didn't have any availability for like weeks. So I was like, shit. Like, okay, so what other services do you have? Because I noticed on their website they just have so many services. So they had Reiki services, they had aura photos that you could have done, and they had massage. So my fiance was going to get a massage, and I was going to get Reiki. And that's the appointment that we made. So we go there, and as we're walking in, the woman who had the appointment that was supposed to take place, like, as we were walking in, she called and canceled. She missed her plane. So, which is crazy that she was flying in, but I guess she was visiting somebody. I don't know what the story was, but she canceled her appointment at exactly the time that I was showing up. So the tank became available at exactly the time that I was showing up. And that's the kind of stuff that has been happening for like 2 or 3 months. My fiance and I would go out for brunch, and the brunch place that we go to is always packed, always. So you can't find parking within blocks of it. And like, somebody will be pulling out right in front of the breakfast place as we're looking for a parking spot. We can pull right up, right in front. And then we walk in and people are getting up, and it's our favorite table. They're leaving, we're coming in, we get our favorite table within 2 minutes of getting there. My life is like that right now. Everything works out perfectly. My ex-husband will be like, I'll be like, damn, I really want to take this Reiki class tonight. And I don't want to leave my kids because they only get every other weekend with me. I mean, I have them during the week too, but the weekends are kind of special because they don't have school. So he gets every other weekend, I get every other weekend. And I was like, man, like I want to be with them, but I have this Reiki class and I want to be able to take the Reiki class. So he called me on Thursday and he said, there's a parade, so I was just wondering if I could just take them at this time on Saturday. It was the times that I'm going to be in my Reiki class. So he's going to take them to a parade while I am getting certified in Reiki. Just weird stuff like that. And I think the reason for these occurrences is that I am not attached and I'm flowing. So I wasn't like striving to find a babysitter. I booked the Reiki class anyway, and I just kind of knew that things would work out. And there's this feeling constantly of things are going to work out perfectly. I just know it. I just feel it. I don't worry. There's a complete lack of worry. And I don't know. I've always been a worrier. Not a warrior like bow and arrow, like a worrier. So much so that I was like diagnosed with anxiety and going to therapy, and it was a problem. And now my life is just completely free of worry. I don't worry at all. Like, things just don't bother me. And even when they do bother me, like when I have moments of like, shit, I wish that hadn't happened, or when I get anxious about something, it's so short-lived. It's like 30 seconds of, oh, that's right. Things are going to work out perfectly. Like, it just feels so amazing to be in this flow. And I feel like I'm working with the energies of the universe, and that very much, it is the Kundalini energy working through me. I know it because this wasn't happening for me before, and it is now. So it's beautiful, and I love it, and I'm very thankful for it. And I also noticed I get knocked upside the head. I get knocked on the head when I forget or when I am stuck on something. I'm trying to think of an example, but so I like to do yoga every day, and I like to meditate every day. It's just what I do. I really feel strongly that it's important that I get it done every day. But 90% of the time, 98% of the time, I should say, I feel this openness with it. Like, I'll do it when I do it, and it'll get done. There's plenty of time, like, to do yoga. No matter what my day is like, it will happen. There's been a few days where I've been like, oh my God, this is such a busy day. Where am I going to fit yoga in? It's not going to fit in today. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's a yoga addiction, if that's a thing that can happen. I'm sure it does, but I like want my yoga on those days. Those are the days where yoga doesn't happen. Almost always. And the same with meditation. I'm like, where am I going to fit it in? I have this, and this to do, and then I'm supposed to meet up with this person, and there's no time. There's no space for the meditation today. Those are the days that the meditation doesn't happen. When I look at my calendar and I'm like, oh, I've got 8 solid hours of errands and appointments. I'm sure I'll fit yoga in though. I'll find a way. Those are the days that something happens, something clears up. The friend that I was supposed to meet for coffee calls and cancels, and I have an extra hour and a half. Like, if I am willing to flow with the universe and just know within me that everything is going to work out perfectly, the universe always, without fail, works with me. And all I need to do, like my part in this, is I need to remember that everything works out perfectly and really feel that earnestly. That's what I've noticed anyway, and that's what I think the synchronicities are. It's like a reminder to flow with the universe, so the universe can mirror back to me the flow. That's my experience. I'd love to hear about yours. Email me in the description below, leave a comment, whatever, communicate with me. I would love that. Very lonely. Not really. I'm alone but happy. Anyway, have the best day ever.